as the Cowboys get set to match up with Matt Ryan and the Atlanta Falcons. Just about time to rock as Toe gets ready to meet leather. And we are underway from AT&T Stadium. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. On first down, Ryan. He's got his big tight end. That's Hurst. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Ryan. He's going to have the hook up to Gage. The numbers for him from a week ago: 3 catches, 80 yards, and a touchdown.
And he was able to pull that last pass in, but he's going to face a tall order here because he's going up against the number 2 unit in the NFL against the pass.
Opening carry of the game for Cordero Patterson. And for a second straight play, that Cowboy defense gets him to the ground behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. Ryan. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at the 20. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. A handoff left, Elliott. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
So, CD, you talk about this football team. Some of the whispers and reports, the social media posts, they hint at a locker room that's splintered, badly splintered. There was talk earlier, some guys might walk away entirely, but that hasn't happened, however, at least to this point.
No, and sometimes some of that talk is just that, talk. I mean, guys often say, that's it, I'm out of here, and then they realize, I'm not ready to retire yet. What am I going to do now? And they're really ready to come back and dive back in. In fact, we've got guys who are wearing gold jackets in the Hall of Fame that talked about retirement the last 6-7 years of their careers. So that's not always real. And sometimes you just have to go ahead and ride it out. And this is an opportunity now for everyone in this locker room to move forward.
The numbers for Zeke from last week. North of 100 yards, the 2 scores. And, you know, you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good, too.
They're obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power running game, no matter what. He understands how to read them and find the creases that they provide.
2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down. Play fake. Here's Prescott. That is caught by Lamb. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big play that time through the air. 37 yards.
When they needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
A 1st down carry by Elliott. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Looking to throw. Prescott. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the 1st down.
this ball is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas. CeeDee Lamb with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead. Zuerlein good with a PAT. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. 4-4 their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be, because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we've wondered just how good is this team. They want to be consistent in their play, not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
They go play action now. Ryan. Wide open is Watkins. He's got him. And he's brought down after a very nice gain.
And CD, defensively, you're going against a hot quarterback coming off a 3-touchdown game of their victory a week ago. What's the big key for them to try to slow him down?
You ask all the tough questions, don't you, partner? Because with this guy, if you blitz him, he takes advantage of that man coverage and burns you. But if you bring on those extra DBs, he sits back there and does what he wants. To me, it's going to be those DBs. When they catch the ball, big-time tackles, really put it on those receivers.
Second quarter now, Falcon football. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run.
And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted.
He's picked off at his own 47, and they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. They'll run on 1st down. It's Elliott. And he's got this down to the 35. That time a little misdirection really seemed to fool the defense.
And think of it this way. From the time you're in high school, you're taught to watch film and pick up tendencies. Sometimes they can use those against you, though, when they break their own tendencies and hit you back the opposite direction, huh?
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. They'll give to Elliott. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a 1st down.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a 1st down. I think the defense fell asleep with the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. 10th carry now for Elliott. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
On 3rd down, Elliott. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a 4th down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. Flush to his right. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Cowboys here unable to convert on 4th down. And that will force a turnover on downs. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. On 1st down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the...
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. And we see James, he will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And they are back to 500 on the year, got the win last weekend, and it's one that kept their playoff hopes alive.
And if you do have those hopes, 500 is not where you want to be at this point of the year. Now, we know they've battled through some rough patches this season, so it now comes down to how they're going to finish. Not out of it. Can't afford any more missteps, though.
2 minutes to play, 1st half. It's 14-0. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. From the gun, it's Ryan. Got a man, it's Patterson, complete. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. 3rd and long. It's Ryan. That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. And he goes out right around the 39. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. Here's Thomas Morstead now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Cowboys will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Letting one fly deep for Cooper. And that's caught inside the 30. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the 1st half. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. The give is to Elliott. And a short gain here down to the 22. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. A give to Elliott running left. And they'll get him down right about the 20. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Off the play fake, Prescott. Touchdown, Cowboys! 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys would extend their lead here just before halftime.
Zerline good with a PAT. And that makes the score 21-0.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And we'll see what they opt to do with just 14 seconds remaining until intermission. Now a good running play here to start the drive. That'll net them 14 yards as they pick up the first. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. On 1st and 10, it's Ryan.
That's caught left side to tight end Pitts.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Final play of the half. It's Ryan. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Picked off by Anthony Brown. And nothing comes of this last-ditch attempt at points as time will run out on this first half.
There you have it. Halftime quickly over. Third quarter, here we go. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. And he won't quite make it to the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Prescott. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Elliott.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Prescott looks to throw on first. And he'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Dak dropping this one off for Zeke. And he is down at the 48. A pickup of 4 that started at one 48-yard line and ended at the other. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 40.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
To the right side, he's got Cooper. It's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. So Amari Cooper out of Northwestern High School in Miami making a nice play there.
And it's so funny that when I was going through the draft process when he came out of Alabama and was inquiring about him and his skills, they say it all began back in Miami. He really became a pro receiver at a young age because of his attention to detail.
Touchdown! That's caught at the 1. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott.
And the Cowboys take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 28-0. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told, and it culminates in a Dallas touchdown. And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. Here comes the Falcons offense. It's their first possession of the second half now. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. They're going to start to drive here on the ground with Patterson. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now it's Ryan. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. Now Ryan. And that is incomplete.
Well, the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Fielded just inside the 20. A 47-yard punt, maybe a couple on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Dak and the Cowboy offense heading back onto the field. And the numbers for the last drive, and he was perfect, which maybe isn't surprising because he has not missed a pass in this game yet.
And it lets you know just how precise things have to be for a quarterback to be perfect, because that means the line's blocking really well. No one's dropping any of the passes thrown to them, and the quarterback is accurate. It's almost like a pitcher throwing a no-hitter or a perfect game, isn't it? He's the principal guy, but he needs a lot of help.
Time to find out if he can keep that perfect game going here, partner. On 1st and 10, Prescott. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. A shotgun handoff to Patterson. Tackled there by Leighton Vander Esch.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got to just pin their ears back and get after him now.
Throw left side complete. That's James. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. On the ground, this is Smith. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal. They'll try to punch it in with Davis. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. Back now in Arlington. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. Here we go. It's Ryan on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And this shutout is going to continue as the defense holds again. So they finally get their first trip to the red zone, and it ends with nothing.
And that's what I'm going to focus on with you because you teed it up really well. Finally get to the red zone. So there's got to be a little bit of frustration because they haven't moved the ball as well as they wanted to all game. Now they get there, but we got to go for it because we don't know if we're going to get back here again. We don't know how many opportunities because they've been sputtering a little bit.
Absolutely. At this stage in the second half. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. The Cowboys on third down. They've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And he's got room.
And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got...
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Cordero Patterson. A 20th carry here for Elliott. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. On play action, Prescott. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. And this is going to be intercepted. Isaiah Oliver with the INT.
And the Falcons are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line.
The interception was a good starting point, but still a huge hill to climb with his 3-score deficit and time fading. And Ryan's throw into the hands of Pitts here.
And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Now Ryan. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's James. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Five yards remain on 2nd down.
Again, Ryan. He's got his big tight end. That's Hurst.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Now here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. To throw is Ryan. And he's going to have the hook up to Gage. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there, it's going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
And he's got it to Patterson, complete. Touchdown, Falcons. Cordero Patterson. He scored on the... On first down, Elliott. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. They go to Elliott again. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away.
He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Love the idea, love the concept, but you got to leave a little room on the sideline so he can fade into it when he makes the catch. That was thrown too close to it for the receiver to make a play.
Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Throwing here, Prescott. Flushed out right. And that's Elliott, complete. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Prescott now forced out to his left. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Blake Jarwin, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys sure look like they're going to be moving to 8-1 as they add on to their lead. Zuerlein good with a PAT. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. Atlanta prepped and ready for its next possession. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. From the 30 on 2nd down, Ryan, quick hitter here, it's complete. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Throwing now, Ryan on 1st down. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Ryan got this complete to the tight end Pitts. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Throwing right, and that's complete. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
To throw again is Ryan. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's James. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. A gain of 6 there on 1st. From the 29, Ryan. He'll hit Watkins on the crossing route. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 15-yard line. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Touchdown! Russell Gage, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Falcons have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
And yeah, that...
So 2 scores down, time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. Here's 2nd and 10. Well, Prescott here to throw. That is caught by Lamb. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Now the Cowboys going to burn the 1st of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Dak Prescott, a 13-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys are closing in on a third straight win as they widen the gap further here in the fourth quarter. Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations, and move on. Because now, you're not going to make up for what's happened during the game in this last sequence.
We'll see what they do here in this last sequence. To throw again on second down. Ryan. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give...
And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just